In the heart of Jordan's timeless landscape, and amidst the ancient ruins of Petra, a discovery of profound significance has just been uncovered. It is not gold nor precious jewels that steal the spotlight, but something far more extraordinary.
On March 3, 2011, the Jewish Chronicle announced the discovery of dozens of lead books from Jordan.
Tiny books, weathered by centuries. These miniature marvels hold within their fragile pages a wealth of untold knowledge, waiting to be revealed.
We believe the books may contain references to Shimon bar Kokhba, military leader of the Second Jewish War against Rome in the 130s CE.
But what forgotten wisdom lies within the pages of these ancient books? Could they hold the key to unlocking the secrets of our past? Join us as we explore the tiny books older than the Bible itself that have just been found in Jordan, containing unprecedented wisdom. The mysterious lead books. 70 lead books have just been uncovered, holding fascinating insights into the Christian faith. These ancient texts, no larger than credit cards, are bound together by metal rings. Scholars believe they were written by early Christians and are eager to delve into their contents. Already, some of these books have been examined, revealing symbols and words depicting the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus. Like the Dead Sea Scrolls discovered in 1947, these tiny books are set to reshape Christian history. Although their exact purpose remains unclear, the names Jesus and Simon are mentioned within them. This Simon could be either the one who aided Jesus on his way to the cross, or Simon bar Kokhba, a rebel leader against Rome. Experts speculate that these books, possibly thousands of years old, may be the lost codices from the Book of Revelation. Found in a cave in Jordan, where Christian refugees once sought shelter after the fall of Jerusalem in 70 AD, these books join a trove of significant discoveries including tablets, scrolls, and artifacts. Among the pages, symbols of palm trees and the Jewish menorah are etched in Paleo-Hebrew, a language predating Christ. Further analysis reveals traces of Aramaic, the language of Jesus' time. This extraordinary find promises to deepen our understanding of early Christianity and its cultural context. The presence of two different languages in these books indicates that they were written at different times. Upon closer examination, scholars also discovered traces of Greek characters within the texts. As researchers tirelessly analyzed the books, a breakthrough came when Dr. Samuel Zinner noticed unusual Hebrew characters. These key letters, arranged in a grid, allowed the team to decipher parts of the text by reading them diagonally, up, down, left, and right. Among the Jewish symbols found in the books were 7 branched lamps, a bowl of temple offerings, 8 pointed stars, and a diagonally tilted cross. But the most surprising discovery was a portrait of Jesus, the first of its kind ever found in such ancient texts. Scholars speculate that this image was created by someone who lived during Jesus' lifetime, depicting him with a crown of thorns and labeled as the Savior of Israel. The portrayal of the 7 branched lamps was particularly striking, as it is considered a sacred object in Jewish worship. Its inclusion in the books challenges traditional Jewish beliefs and adds another layer of intrigue to this remarkable find. This 7-branched menorah was a sacred item kept in the innermost part of the temple, known as the Holy of Holies. Only the high priest was allowed to enter this sacred space and lay eyes upon it. So it's quite puzzling for researchers to find a depiction of this sacred object in these ancient books, especially considering that it was believed to be God's own furniture and strictly off-limits to anyone but the high priest. The discovery of this forbidden image raises questions about why many of these tiny books were sealed away. It's possible that the inclusion of such a sacred symbol was deemed inappropriate for public viewing, leading to the books being hidden away from prying eyes. This adds an interesting layer to the mystery surrounding these remarkable artifacts. Decoding history through scientific tests. In March 2011, David Elkington, a well-known academic and researcher, made a public announcement claiming ownership of the mysterious lead books. For him, This discovery marked a crucial moment in his career, as he saw these books as possibly one of the most important findings in Christian history. However, doubts about their authenticity quickly emerged, particularly from the Jordanian authorities who had encountered similar artifacts before. Consequently, the Jordanian Department of Antiquities seized the collection and initiated investigations to verify their authenticity. The authenticity of these lead books continues to be a subject of intense debate among experts. Some scholars and archaeologists express skepticism about their origin and age, suggesting that they could be modern forgeries or hoaxes crafted to deceive scholars and turn a profit. Critics point to inconsistencies in the language, a peculiar mix of symbols, and a lack of known sources as reasons to doubt their authenticity. On the other hand, supporters of the book's authenticity argue that they possess features consistent with ancient artifacts. They highlight the presence of Paleo-Hebrew and Aramaic, the use of ancient metals and binding techniques, and the discovery of Jewish and Christian symbols as evidence supporting their genuineness. These proponents believe that the books may have been part of early Christian community religious texts or personal writings. To settle the debate, extensive scientific testing and analysis were essential. Researchers needed to conduct thorough examinations of the materials, including radiocarbon dating, ink analysis, and paleographic studies of the inscriptions. Furthermore, unsealing the remaining books could offer additional insights and potentially resolve questions about their authenticity. However, opening the sealed books presented a significant challenge, requiring delicate techniques to preserve their contents without causing damage. 9 groups of scholars embarked on an intensive mission, carefully planning and executing a series of tests on the strange tiny lead books. Their primary goal was to determine the age of the lead itself, which held the key to unlocking the origins and authenticity of the inscriptions found on its surface. The scholars recognized that if the metal could be proven to be as old as believed, it would strongly suggest that the writings on it were likely inscribed around the same period. To kickstart their investigation, the scholars focused on observing the presence of active radiation emanating from the metal. They understood that if the metal showed no active radiation, it would unquestionably establish that it was not a product of the modern era. Professor Webb, one of the esteemed researchers involved in the testing process, explained that lead naturally contains a radioactive isotope that gradually decays over time after being mined. Additionally, lead can absorb radioactive polonium from the air, a process that intensified after the release of the first atomic bomb in 1945. As a result, all metals forged worldwide since then contain traces of radioactive polonium. Therefore, if the tiny lead books showed no traces of radioactive polonium, it would indicate that they were created more than 100 years ago, predating the year 1945. Surprisingly, the test results confirmed that the lead books were entirely free of radioactive polonium. This finding was further supported by a metallurgical analysis conducted by the University of Surrey, which concluded that the lead used in the books was undoubtedly not less than 100 years old. The combined results of recent tests have left no doubt about the possibility of modern forgery, despite some skepticism regarding the authenticity of these books. Recent tests strongly indicate that the lead used in the books is consistent with ancient Roman. Significantly, the composition of the lead used in the books differs greatly from modern lead, with unique characteristics that had never been encountered or studied before. The lead was found to be highly impure and prone to fracturing, unlike the durability of modern leads. Under microscopic examination, the leads revealed distinct signs of significant aging, with crystalline impurities clinging to the surface and microscopic holes apparent within the material. These aging processes typically take 1,800 years or more to manifest. Consequently, it can be reasonably concluded that the lead books were indeed written by early Christians in the 1st century. With the authenticity of the books firmly established, they become worthy subjects of thorough study by scholars and researchers eager to explore the information shared by early Christians. Now, the next question naturally arises. Why were the books created in the first place? Additionally, many of the books were intentionally sealed, indicating an intention to safeguard their contents. This has piqued the curiosity of researchers, prompting them to delve deeper into the motivations behind their creation. Early Christian secrets unveiled. Upon examining the distinctive binding of the books, secured with rings on all four sides, some researchers have proposed an interesting theory. They suggest that these books might not have been meant for regular study, but rather for safekeeping, perhaps serving as talismans of sorts. Additionally, certain letter forms hint at an origin after 135 CE, leading to speculation that the content may have been copied from even older sources. It becomes clear that these codices were carefully crafted to preserve their contents across generations and safeguard a precious trove of knowledge for the future. As scholars delve deeper into the mysteries contained within these ancient pages, they embark on a journey to uncover the profound truths and teachings that the early Christian community sought to pass down through the ages. Among them, Philip Davies, a distinguished professor of biblical studies at Sheffield University, was struck by an image within the books. Davies described a scene featuring Christian iconography, with a prominent cross in the foreground and what appeared to be the tomb of Jesus behind it. Adjacent to the tomb was a small structure with an opening set against the backdrop of city walls. Upon closer inspection, Davies noticed complex detailing of the walls, similar to the layout of Jerusalem. From this, he deduced that the imagery portrayed a Christian crucifixion scene unfolding outside the city walls, a touching and symbolic representation. However, amidst the scholarly excitement over these revelations, concerns arose about the fate of the books. There was an obvious fear that the Israeli authorities, who held custody of the books, might be tempted to sell parts of them on the black market or even destroy them. Nevertheless, these worries did not deter the relentless analysis of the tiny lead books. Dr. Margaret Barker, former president of the Society for Old Testament Study, shed light on the significance of sealed books within the context of ancient texts. She referred to the Book of Revelation, which speaks of a sealed book that only the Messiah could open. Further elaborating on this theme, Dr. Barker mentioned other texts from the period that allude to sealed books of wisdom and a secret tradition passed down by Jesus to his closest disciples. These amazing hints at hidden knowledge within the lead books only deepen the fascination surrounding their contents, inspiring scholars to continue their quest for understanding. Dr. Barker's insights cast a profound light on the context of this remarkable discovery. She suggested that the imagery found within the codices strongly hints at a Hebrew Christian origin, promising to unveil a new and dramatic understanding of a crucial yet puzzling period of history. Echoing Dr. Barker's sentiments, David Elkington emphasized the importance of preserving the collection intact, recognizing its potential to captivate an international audience with its revelations through thorough study and analysis. Scholars and researchers have pieced together a compelling narrative surrounding the purpose of these tiny lead books. They were testimonies solemnly copied to bear witness to the truths uttered by the Messiah himself. Delving into the contents of the books, researchers have uncovered a message of profound significance. The characters and imagery woven throughout the pages serve as a proclamation, reaching across time to announce the imminent arrival of the Messianic King. Among the words inscribed within the books are promises of liberation from the confines of the present world, a vision of freedom from the burdens of Caesar's taxes, and a grand vision of the Savior's global dominion. These revelations hint at a transformative event, indicating a new era of spiritual liberation and divine sovereignty. As Dr. Margaret Barker carefully examined the ancient lead books discovered in Jordan, she embarked on a journey through time, peering into the mysteries inscribed within their tiny pages. Drawing upon her wealth of experience with similar artifacts, she shared her insights into the contents of these mysterious volumes. Many of the pages, she noted, were marred by the ravages of time, with their writings blurred by corrosion. Yet amidst the worn and weathered pages, glimpses of clear illustrations emerged, thrilling hints of the wisdom held within. These lead books, she emphasized, are remarkably small. Despite being as tiny as a bank card, the weight of their contents resonated through the ages. Sharing the details of one of the tested lead books, Dr. Barker emphasized its antiquity, declaring with certainty that it could not have been crafted within the last 100 years. With admiration, she unfolded the narrative contained within its pages, offering a glimpse into a world long past preserved within the ancient metal. As Dr. Barker delved into the pages of the ancient lead books, she uncovered a fascinating method of inscription. Each character and diagram was cast directly onto the metallic lead pages, creating raised impressions that stood out prominently. This distinctive method made it so that any change or addition to the text needed careful recasting of the lead tablet. As a result, the copies held by Dr. Barker and her team of scholars were considered the original or precise duplicates of the ancient writings. Reading aloud from the lead tablets, Dr. Barker revealed the contents of two remarkable pages, uncovering age-old wisdom. On the first page, which she called the Oracle page, Dr. Barker found a stunning depiction of a menorah, the sacred seven-branched candelabrum, with leaves sprouting from its base. This imagery likely held deep symbolic meaning, suggesting hidden wisdom and divine enlightenment. Flipping to the next page, Dr. Barker described a detailed drawing of a bee. This bee symbol hinted at themes of industry, community, and royalty, as bees were often associated with kingship in ancient cultures. Continuing her exploration, Dr. Barker opened another lead book, this one the size of 2 bank cards combined. Here, she revealed a page adorned with a distinct menorah, its branches complexly interconnected. Rows of crosses decorated the bottom, each symbol representing complex layers of meaning woven into these ancient texts. Through her readings, Dr. Barker offered an enticing glimpse into the rich symbolism and profound messages etched into the pages of the tiny lead books, inviting scholars and enthusiasts alike to unravel their mysteries. Initially, the layout of diagrams and characters in the metal books left many puzzled, appearing as a jumble of seemingly random symbols. Some dismissed them as mere collections of magical words or talismans until Dr. Samuel Zenner, a friend of Dr. Barker, made a crucial observation. Zenner noticed that certain words were not arranged in traditional lines but formed triangles and clusters. Delving deeper, he discerned that some letters represented more than one letter of the Hebrew alphabet. This breakthrough sparked Dr. Barker's imagination, providing the key to fitting together the intricate puzzle of the lead books. Inspired by the writings of the ancient Jewish scholar Ben Sira, who penned his wisdom in Jerusalem around 200 BCE, Dr. Barker found invaluable guidance. Ben Sira had written, "Look out on all the works of God, all of them are in pairs, one opposite." Drawing from this insight, Dr. Barker discovered a fascinating pattern within the lead books. She found that certain simple words, when organized in triangles, had an exact mirror image that formed another word, creating a pair of words, one opposite the other. In this revelation, Dr. Barker uncovered a profound symmetry and duality woven into the very fabric of the lead book's inscriptions, unlocking a deeper layer of meaning and insight into the ancient wisdom they contained. As Dr. Barker delved deeper into the patterns of the lead books, she uncovered a fascinating tale of ancient wisdom encoded within their pages. Examining the pages, she discerned a profound symmetry in the arrangement of characters, particularly on the Oracle page. She noted that every word within these patterns had a precise mirror image, creating a symmetrical dance of meaning around the central shapes. Revealing her findings, Dr. Barker unveiled a total of 21 complex patterns on the Oracle page alone, each carefully constructed. But the depth of this discovery did not end there. She estimated that the Oracle page contained up to 200 such complex patterns, each holding layers of symbolic significance. Dr. Barker proposed that the information preserved on the Oracle page traced back to the time of the First Temple in Israel, King Solomon's grand building. She proposed that following the nation's expulsion from Solomon's temple, priests and prophets inscribed ancient wisdom onto the lead books patterns. These lead tablets, she explained, provided insights into the perspectives of the ancient priesthood, reflecting their thoughts on current events and their aspirations for the future. Many writings drew inspiration from the prophetic words of Isaiah, weaving together divine promises and spiritual insights. Upon deeper investigation, Dr. Barker revealed that the patterns on the oracle page contained a profound narrative. They depicted Adam's journey, the presence of the Holy Spirit, the paradise of Eden, and the anticipated arrival of the Messiah. Within this intricate web of symbols and meanings, Dr. Barker uncovered a treasure trove of ancient wisdom, offering a glimpse into the profound beliefs and visions of the ancient priesthood. As Dr. Barker continued exploring the lead books, she uncovered a captivating blend of geometry and ancient wisdom within their pages. Intricate geometric patterns hinted at an earlier form of what we now understand as Pythagorean principles, adding a layer of mathematical mystique to the texts. In the heart of Jordan's ancient desert, tiny books older than the Bible have just been found, containing unprecedented knowledge. These miniature marvels held secrets long forgotten, written in a language lost to time. As scholars pored over the delicate pages, they unearthed unprecedented knowledge hidden within the intricate symbols and cryptic texts. Each book whispered tales of forgotten civilizations, ancient wisdom encoded in every stroke of the pen. Legends whispered of a lost city, buried beneath the shifting sands, where sages once delved into the mysteries of the universe. Could these tiny tomes be the key to unlocking its secrets? Among the dusty volumes, one stood out, a book bound in lead, its cover etched with symbols of power and enlightenment. As the pages turned, the air crackled with anticipation, for within its ancient folds lay the answer to humanity's greatest questions. In the quiet of the desert, beneath the blazing sun, the tiny books whispered their secrets to those who dared to listen, offering a glimpse into a world long forgotten and a future yet to unfold. But why did these books remain hidden for so long? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Ancient craftsmanship in lead books. On the other hand, the B page displays the names of prophets who lived in exile east of the River Jordan. These writings serve as a treasure trove of ancient wisdom held by these individuals. Both the oracle and B pages feature patterns illustrating the prophets' experiences of exile and their memories of the holy city, Jerusalem. Additionally, the lead books shed light on the original priests of the temple, revealing a thrilling connection to the realm of metalworking. It becomes clear that the priests themselves were skilled metalworkers, a fact often lost or overlooked in translation throughout the Hebrew Scriptures. In the Hebrew Scriptures, the word sarif, meaning refining, frequently appears, symbolizing an item of judgment. Drawing from these scriptures, it is evident that the Lord is depicted as a refiner, using terminology such as smelting away drosses in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 25 and refining them as one refines silver. In Zechariah chapter 13, in Malachi chapter 3 verse 3, similar metalworking language is used to describe the Lord as a refiner and purifier of silver, tasked with purifying the sons of Levi. Notably, Isaiah's vision within the temple, as described in Isaiah chapter 6, includes the presence of seraphim. However, upon examining the double letters found within the lead books, it is discovered that these seraphim could also be interpreted as smelters. Although the Hebrew words for seraph and smelter are spelled differently, the oracle page of the lead books presents them with identical spelling. This fascinating discovery prompts speculation about the possibility that the angelic being who touched a lump of hot coal to Isaiah's lips may have been a smelter. Dr. Barker elaborated further on the implications of Zechariah chapter 1 verse 18, suggesting a future presence of metalworkers in the temple. The Hebrew term for metalworkers, hem, carried a dual significance, possibly referring to workers of magic or those who remain silent. This refined interpretation hinted at the mystical and sacred nature of their craft, with silence being a recurring theme throughout the lead books. Dr. Barker proposed that this silence might signify a deeper spiritual understanding or sacred knowledge beyond words. Furthermore, the mention of Aaron, a skilled metalworker who fashioned the golden calf and later crafted the furnishings for the tabernacle, strengthens the bond between the priesthood and metal craftsmanship. Unraveling old puzzles. Interestingly, the lead books also reference the tumultuous era of King Josiah, a crucial figure in Israel's history during the late 7th century BCE. Inscribed writings within the lead tablets noted Jeremiah the prophet's acknowledgement in 622 BCE, a year after King Josiah initiated efforts to rid Judah and Jerusalem of idolatry. Through these intricate connections of symbolism, history, and prophecy, Dr. Barker unveiled a rich tale of ancient knowledge, highlighting the interplay between the sacred and the ordinary, the heavenly and the earthly, within Israel's traditions. Dr. Barker drew thrilling parallels between the biblical accounts of Jeremiah's visions and the tumultuous times of King Josiah. In 2 Chronicles chapter 34, the temple's turmoil prompted Jeremiah's call to prophethood. Reflecting on Jeremiah's first vision, Dr. Barker emphasized the significance of the almond branch, suggesting it symbolized the Lord's high priest and served as a sign of divine protection over Jeremiah. Turning to Jeremiah's lesser-known second vision, Dr. Barker explored its symbolism, particularly the imagery of a boiling pot described as a blown-on pot. Remarkably, the Hebrew term used for a blown-on pot also referred to a smith at work, raising the possibility that Jeremiah witnessed the melting down of metal, perhaps as part of King Josiah's purges of idolatry. This interpretation linked back to Josiah's pivotal role as a purifier and reformer, as conveyed in the words spoken to him by the Lord. In this complex web of symbolism and historical reflection, Dr. Barker uncovered a deeper layer of meaning within Jeremiah's visions and Josiah's purges. She suggested that the lead books offered insight into the spiritual and practical realities of the time, mixing the roles of the prophet, the priest, and the metalworker in Israel's unfolding narrative. Dr. Barker's careful examination of the lead tablets unveiled a fascinating relationship between ancient script forms and their later Hebrew equivalents. She drew attention to the presence of archaic double letters on the left side of each page, paired with their later Hebrew counterparts on the right. Each page of the lead tablets contained 7 rows of such characters, forming a cryptic yet systematic arrangement of symbols. Dr. Barker focused on one example where an archaic letter could be interpreted as either an A or a yan in the later script, or even both. Exploring the possibilities, she demonstrated how these paired letters could form intriguing words and phrases. For instance, she offered the sequence Alphon Isin, which could be rearranged to form Ish, meaning a man, or Lur, an olive, and Ural, suggesting a stream. In this way, Dr. Barker unveiled the intricate puzzle of the lead tablets, where each character and sequence held multiple layers of potential meaning. The presence of archaic letters, paired with their later Hebrew equivalents, hinted at a rich tapestry of ancient wisdom waiting to be deciphered. Through her meticulous analysis, Dr. Barker illuminated the hidden depths of the lead tablets, inviting scholars and enthusiasts alike to embark on a journey of discovery into the ancient script symbolism and spiritual insights contained within. Moving on to more intriguing discoveries from the lead tablets, Dr. Barker emphasized that a single letter could hold a double meaning, such as the symbol for an arm, which could also represent a double. On the oracle page, she noted an amazing observation. Some characters could be written facing either left or right, like the letters pronounced as delete or gimel. Among these, 3 characters stood out, with one facing right while the other two on the left were written sideways, facing the opposite direction. Amidst these symbolic characters on the oracle page stood a grand depiction of the menorah itself, symbolizing the Lord. Intricate patterns intersected at the central lamp, revealing layers of meaning about the Lord and the Messiah. Additionally, Dr. Barker highlighted the appearance of the letter Aleph 3 times alongside an inverted Greek letter Omega, symbolizing the vowel O. When Dr. Barker turned to the B page, she uncovered more hidden treasures. She pointed out 3 letters, including B and Q or an R, representing race. These characters held intriguing meanings, adding to the mystery of the tablets. Returning to the oracle page, Dr. Barker explained that the grand menorah symbolized the temple's worldview. The characters above the square and the menorah represented heaven, while those below symbolized the earth. Each illustration was carefully placed, providing insights into their positions within the temple. A remarkable feature of the lead tablets further illustrated this concept. Dr. Barker highlighted a character on the left side of the menorah, representing a shoot or branch. This character seemed to grow upward from the earthly area into the Holy of Holies. Reversing the image as it descended from the Holy of Holies, it symbolized divine favor. On the right side of the menorah, the mirrored word for this character meant a shoot or branch. As it ascended, it conveyed the message "my wit," but when descending, it transformed into the one who knows. These characters revealed a profound message. The person known as the branch or the Messiah was also the Lord's witness. He entered the Holy of Holies and emerged with divine knowledge and favor, echoing Isaiah's words, "I have made him a witness to the people." To sum up, the discovery of these extraordinary metallic volumes from antiquity has provided a glimpse into a forgotten epoch. Despite the challenges posed by corrosion and decay, through careful examination and collaboration with colleagues, Dr. Barker has managed to unravel patterns, pairs, and mirror images within these volumes, shedding light on their mysterious essence. What are your thoughts on the discovery of the lead books and their content? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.